Yo, Roller Chris here with you guys again. Another video, pushing parts to the max. See what the 4As and 7As can take and break. Alright, I have a video today. Basically, it's a little short one. Why I choose the OEM Toyota bearings over ACL and other bearings, and I'm gonna get right to that with you. Alright, let's begin. Here's my little work shelf. Alright, here we have a rod bearing from this 7AG you guys know of. I just tore it down about 4 days ago. Refresh. And here's a factory Toyota OEM bearing. This bearing you can see here has some wear on it. This bearing has been through over 150 dyno pools, not including street racing pools. The reason why I like these bearings is because there's a coating. Maybe focus. There's a coating on the Toyota bearing, so when dirt passes through the bearing and the crank, it softly squishes and scratches into this coating and catches the bearing. Here's a cap ladder. So you can see it, dirt and debris sometimes gets sucked into the turbo and passes the rings and seals and into the oil case, and sometimes the filter doesn't pick up such certain microns. But you can see here, it's you can feel it with your nail a little bit, but it's not, how would I say, stuck on the surface. Like if you had a hard bearing, like an ACL race or some other type of bearings out there, they have a hard surface, so it doesn't give that extra insurance if dirt passes through, between the bearing and the crank, and actually will just damage your crank. But the soft coating on the Toyota bearings, it catches and sticks inside. And I'm gonna show you guys a perfect example right here of a big piece of debris that went straight through and scuffed the soft coating in the bearing before it got to the hard surface of the bearing. But if that wasn't there, the crank would have been definitely damaged, and the crank is actually fine. It's not here, it's actually inside another car, taken to Total Engine Concepts to get dowel pins installed. Yeah, short little video. Like I said, here's some other bearings. All these bearings are Toyota OEM, over 500 wheel, over 150 passes. ACLs are great bearings too, but the thing is, those bearings are designed to be taken down. They're race bearings. Just because it says race doesn't mean it's better. Those are designed to be teared down more frequently versus the Toyota bearings. They're more for more mileage driving. I do tear down my motors every 2 years because it's easy. 4Gs are easy to do. It's probably better to tear them down every 2 years and do a fresh rebuild. $200 for bearings every 2 years is not really too much, but costing you a crank and damaging your motor, it costs a lot more than just refreshing your motor. So guys, you always check up on your bearings. Like this one here is another one, just average wear. Just change them. I mean, I like OEM. They cost more, I know, but if you're really good and you're a master of the art of ACLs, and you're always on top of that oil, and you're changing your oil more frequent than factory bearings, which can go longer on the oil runs because they're a different design, versus the race bearings you're changing every weekend or every couple weekends, then hey, go ahead with the ACL race bearings. But if you're like me, you could like to just take the car out sometimes and daily drive it and race it, Toyota, baby, is the way to go. Roller Chris out.